What if Killmonger is his brother through her and another dad? I don't know. This is just me being messy, but I'm like, it's a new universe. Anything is possible.
Yes, that's the thing. We could be messy here. We could be messy all we want. What's going on, you lovely people? It's your boy Roliver Queen. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing good. And I'm joined by a wonderful, wholesome, and awesome homegirl. Sai, please reintroduce yourself to the people.
Hi, I go by Sai and I read comics.
All right, all right. So y'all, listen, it's been 2 weeks now since Ultimate Black Panther came out. That's what we're here to talk about. Let's jump right in. So let's talk about initial thoughts. Let's get that out the way. So, Sai, what were some of your initial thoughts about Ultimate Black Panther?
I loved it. I I loved it. And I was thinking today like it wasn't like a whole bunch of action, but it still felt fun and fresh. The
Mhm.
art was nice. The world that they built was interesting, and I look forward to reading whatever the writer has next.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty standard, straightforward issue. I do agree about the action. There wasn't much there, but I think that speaks to a lot of why I like Brian Hill is because Brian Hill is really good with dialogue. You don't need too much action. Like I'm reading Blade right now, and there are a lot of times in Blade where it's not action, but it's the dialogue that carries it. And I like writing like that because it's like the dialogue is the action. And but when you actually do get action, it just amplifies that even more. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Again, same thing with Ultimate Spider-Man. It takes what we know about Black Panther and then it spins it on its head. So let's deep dive into that a little bit because one of the things that struck me automatically is the fact that he's going out of a Moon Knight in the regular Marvel universe. Moon Knight is a hero. I'm pretty sure T'Challa and Moon Knight have crossed paths before. You know, they've kicked ass together. But here, well, two different clans fighting against each other, and that's pretty much the basis of the story. What do you think about that side?
I don't know much about Moon Knight. Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even watch the series, so this will be my first introduction to that character.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it seems very different than what I would have assumed about Moon Knight. I thought he was more of like a spiritual type hero,
Mm-hmm.
but it seems like he has like a full army. They have technological advancements. I guess it's like Black Panther. It seems like an even match. So correct
Yeah.
me if I'm wrong. Okay, so
Do you know like the build up to Ultimate Spider-Man and Ultimate Black Panther? Like, do you know the
no.
stuff that? Oh, okay. So this is an alternate universe. So there's a universe where the same things that was supposed to happen in the regular Marvel universe, like the same, scenarios and same, linchpins to make these heroes, it's turned around. So there's this character called the Maker, and apparently in Ultimate Invasion and Ultimate Universe, he twisted little things here and there. So like in Ultimate Spider-Man, you know how Uncle Ben is always the one that dies in Spider-Man?
Mhm.
Uncle Ben is alive in Ultimate Spider-Man. Peter and Mary Jane are actually together. So it's like somebody just like playing with the timeline and plucking little things. And those little things kind of have like a chain effect on how, these heroes in this new universe are acting. Because even then in Ultimate Black Panther, he's with Okoye. The same actions you would expect in the regular universe or the same people to be paired together, it's not like that. So that's why you see him with Okoye. And I think Storm is going to be popping up later, but it's like everybody's roles that would be in the 616 universe, it's something completely different. So that's the ultimate universe.
I wanted to know, are all the Ultimate titles a connected story, or are they just different character stories within this different universe?
So it's like its own universe, but the good thing is that I think these are all happening at the same time, so kind of like the regular timeline. It would be nice if you read, the build up, but you don't have to.
Okay. And I don't have to read the other books. So I don't have to read Ultimate Spider-Man to know what's going on.
Nope,
In another one, there's not some shared storyline with
nope.
like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, and I figure, somewhere down the line there might be a crossover. Right now, it's the same universe, but everybody's doing their own little thing.
Okay.
Speaking of changes, another thing I'm not used to seeing, or we're not used to seeing, is T'Challa's father running around. Because I watched the Black Panther movie. I've read some of the comics. I don't think his dad's around. I think his dad passed, but he's here.
He definitely has. Like that was a big deal in Ridley's run and mostly I think all of them except the movie. The movie is the only one where actually no, he was dead then too. They just connected in the Djalia. Yeah, he's passed away. I love seeing him. Um I enjoyed that because it gets to really hammer that point home that it is a mantle.
Mhm.
The interesting thing is T'Challa is also king. He's not just the Black Panther. So it's interesting to me that their monarchy works where the previous king passes on his crown without dying. That's not typically how monarchs work. So I mean, I don't think they'll go into detail about that, but I did notice it.
That's what I appreciated about it too. Because again, I'm not used to seeing him. I'm just used to him being like somebody you hear about and passing. But like seeing him in this role and seeing how many panels and pages he got, I was shocked. And I do think at maybe somewhere down the line they might tackle the whole Monarch situation, or like how that came to be. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it because this is somebody that he clearly respects. This is somebody whose counsel that he will always go to. It's clear that there's some type of love there. And again, it just like it makes this universe or this version of Black Panther, even more special, even more different, and it makes it stand out even more. And I appreciated that, but unfortunately, um, like every other universe, yeah, homie dead.
I know, and it kind of makes me wish that they spent like when you mentioned earlier how this particular writer focuses on dialogue and that dialogue ends up being the action. I kind of wish that some of the other writers, I don't want to say appreciated the relationships T'Challa has with the people he's related to. But I guess that's kind of what I mean because if you know his relationship with his dad and you can create this sort of dialogue between the two of them, so much comes out with it and then it pushes the story forward without the traditional means of doing that. Because I got to learn about what matters to T'Challa, how he's willing to listen to things he doesn't necessarily want to hear and check things out because his dad advised him on what to do and T'Challa really didn't, it felt like it was old-fashioned business that T'Challa didn't really respect, but
Mhm.
he had enough trust in his dad to check it out, and it turned out to be worth doing, and I felt like that was an important character trait to see with T'Challa. I feel like this is more important. It kinda changed my view of what makes a comic work when you
Mm.
see how a person thinks through what they talk about, what they accept, what they dismiss, and then the steps they take after having a conversation with another character versus the things I thought that make a comic work, which is action and conflict. This took more of an investigative approach without being like Batman sort of
Yeah.
investigation. it's
No.
it's different. It's fresh. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I appreciated that aspect too, because and I that's what I appreciate about Hill. Again, to go back to his style, it's like I'll be honest. When I saw the first couple pages, when I seen his people getting murked, the first thing that came to mind was, hey, you need to take action. Like I'm used to the character just like, okay, they killed our people. Okay, we need to squad up and we need to go and attack. But no, this entire time is like, no, let's chill. Everybody around him is like, no, you need to act. He's like, nah, I'm a chill. And I almost think that's kind of like Brian Hill. That's kind of like his way of tackling two different kind of factions of the fandom or two different like points of views. Because again, what we expect is for T'Challa to just go out and attack, but he's almost talking to the other people who feel that way as well. It's like, no, well, how about we take our time? How about we see all the facts? How about we see what they really want before we go and attack? And that brings me to the relationship with him and Okoye, because I don't know if you noticed, but they were on the same page. They agree with each other. She backed him up when he said he wanted to, take time, but
Mhm.
at the same time too, like they might, are they really husband and wife? Because why are you not sleeping in the same bed? What's
Um,
going on with that?
I noticed that too. I was like, it's not the 1940s, 1950s anymore. Husband and wife share a bed. They're young and sexy people. I mean, even if let's say she's something like me and I get hot and I don't like anybody real close to me when I'm sleeping,
Mhm.
they still are they're able to create the biggest bed they want
Thank you.
and she can roll to her side. Like there's no reason for them not to share it. So of course I was like, maybe this is like a marriage of convenience or a marriage of like it was a betrothal or something that they
Mhm.
couldn't control, but they respect each other and support each other, but there's no real like the other parts, the attraction, the lust, the passion. It's just like it's a union.
Yeah, that's what I got as well. Because the moment I saw the bed, like both of the beds were like separate, I was like, oh, this ain't traditional. Like it's
Yeah.
either my theory is either he was with somebody beforehand, and something happened, and then Okoye had to come in, or like you said before, it was just a union. Maybe he wasn't with anybody, maybe he didn't love anybody, and this is, oh well, you're gonna be king. You can't. It's not going to look good if a king doesn't have a queen. So that could have just been a situation of circumstance. Like, okay, who's the person closest to me, or quote unquote closest to me? Okay, Okoye. We both maybe come from a military background. She understands where I'm coming from. I understand where she comes from. To the public, we may be together, but when it comes to just us in private, no, we're separate, but we still respect each other.
I'm looking at that page now and it sounds like it's a duty. It doesn't sound like they married for love. Like she addressed to my king and he said, "No pleasantries here. We are equals, Okoye." So I guess like there's some sort of way. Like now I need to know like how do they behave? I guess she's his subordinate out there, and that's like the role she's expected to play. And then at home, he's like, whatever, like you're my homie. You don't have
Yeah.
to call me by my title. Oh, that I don't know. I was kind of mad because it reminded me of Christopher Priest's run, where I think the
Mhm.
Dora Milaje are women that were prepared to be wives to T'Challa, and I guess he could take his pick of whoever he wanted,
Oh.
all of them. That's how that run made it seem. And then Nakia was one that really wanted to be with him. And then, so I'm assuming they kind of went back to that unit. Well, they didn't go to that universe, but I guess it's reminiscent of that universe where, or that portion of the story where he has to marry one of these women, but she's not his equal. It's not the strong one we saw in the movie. These
Yeah.
are kind of like women groomed to be a bit of a servant to the king,
Mhm.
but they get the title of wife and they're nowhere near respected the way they are. But he does say on the next page traditions much must change. So maybe he's looking to find a new way to go about it, but it seems like she was a compromise he had to make for whatever rule was in the kingdom. which makes me wonder who was his mother. But
Oh, I didn't even think about that, yo.
yeah, who was she?
Oh, and you bring up a good point. Now I'm wondering if we will see a Nakia. And that's one of the things me and Mark talked about, because again, this is a universe that's flipped on its head. So now the people we don't see yet, are they gonna pop up? And if they do pop up, what is their new role? So if we do see a Nakia, is she gonna be somebody that's part of his world, or is it gonna be like a Killmonger who is kind of like an outsider? Can we call him like a, I don't want to say mercenary, but more like a rogue agent, something like that. So
He
I
does
can't.
seem that way.
Yeah, so I wonder for her if that's gonna be the same case as well. Because I think we'll see her, and I think at some point we'll get more backstory on, like, okay, well, how did he and Okoye get together? If there was a Nakia, what happened with that Nakia? If his mom was in the picture, what happened to her? Is she still alive? Because now we know dad's dead, or allegedly dead, but is she also dead? Is she also a villain? You see, that's the beautiful part about this Ultimate Universe. You could play mind games. You
No,
could play.
dad's alive. So maybe his mom was the one who died. Well, I mean, she was dead anyway, but like she never had a backstory. Her She got somewhat of a backstory when Evan Narcisse wrote Rise of the Black Panther,
Hmm.
and he tried to fill in that blank, and she was like this scientist, and she died in childbirth, I think, or something like that, but she was like a vibranium sort of chemist or something, and she was researching its compound or whatever, what they could do with it. I can't remember. Or just advancing the technology of Wakanda. I don't even know if Brian Hill read that. Is that his name? Brian
Yeah,
Hill?
Brian Hill. Hmm.
I don't even know if he read that. I don't know if anybody besides me read it. But if his I was mostly wondering if his mother was also a Dora Milaje, or did which I think
Whoa.
would be so cool. Like if his mom was a concubine slash warrior, and then she just died some kind of way, or what if she ran away and went somewhere and started out? What if Killmonger is his brother, through her and another dad? I don't know. This is just me being messy, but I'm like, it's a new universe. Anything is possible.
Yes, that's the thing. We could be messy here. We could be messy all we want.
What if Nakia was the woman he loved and he couldn't marry her because she wasn't one of the women he was able to choose from? And he's like, I had to follow tradition, but I'm going to change tradition. What if he decides to be married to them both? I don't know. I hope Brian Hill has a good time. I think I'll enjoy whatever he comes up with.
No, same. And well, first, it sounds like he's gonna be on this book for a while. I said it before, but I don't think Blade is lasting long. I think Blade is on its way out. He's writing that too. Blade, I give Blade two more issues before you find out it's a final issue. But I feel
Mhm.
like he he has enough time for just one book, one, and I think this one will be the book. I think this is the book that he's going to be able to really cook with, because again, it's a new universe. I don't think they gave Hickman, too many guidelines here, because again, this is a fresh universe that anybody can play with. It's not like the 616 where there's all this history attached to it. So I think here he can really cook. Like, we can really see some weird, messy, and like wacky shit. And don't mean to go on a tangent, but we gotta talk about this suit. Yeah, we only see it for like literally the last two pages.
Ooh, look at it. It's like a nanotech suit again. I guess that's what you would call it.
Hmm.
He is cock diesel. He's huge. I like the suit though. Even though I like the one in Eve Ewing's Black Panther better. This
Hmm.
is a nice suit. T'Challa is huge.
He's jacked here. The past couple runs that I've seen, or like poked around, that I don't think he's been this jacked, this fit. Like, yo, even look at the hairline. Like Caselli, no, Caselli. Like, I don't know what their nationality is, but they know how to draw black characters and draw black characters well. And I
You know,
think that's like Hill's thing. Like, he's not gonna get on no book where the artist doesn't know how to draw black people well. Like, this feels very rooted in history. The characters look fit, they look beautiful, they look very stylish. So, and even for the suit, like, it seems like it's very rooted in culture also. Like, um you get the standard Black Panther look, but there's like the all the little designs here or like the spikes. I like this one better than the E viewing suit, but I also like the E viewing suit too because it feels like it's more street level. This is more like tribal.
I feel like this one is more technologically advanced and the other one is more primitive. Look at his,
Mm,
like when you look at the cover, his feet look like nails or claws.
yeah.
They really went out. Like it's a deadly looking suit. Like it looks like if he doesn't kill you from just the force of the vibranium in it, it
Mhm.
seems like it's sharp. Goodness.
And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that could cover the rest of his mouth. Like I can see if especially if it's like nanotech. I don't know. Maybe he has to go somewhere where he can't breathe. He can't inhale. Whatever it is that's in the area. I can easily see that. Like I need that. I need to see a full covered face suit to make this a 10 out of 10. Right now, this is a 9.5. The extra point 0.5, give me a panel or two where it's just covered completely. You got me. I'm sold. I'm sold.
You know what? You make a good point because in every place we see him, I think his mouth is open.
Yeah, it's open. And I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you. I
not covered.
If I was in Wakanda, and I was up to some shit and I seen him from a mile away, I'm not running. Kill me there. Like I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm sorry. Like that looks like a very just I don't want to say scary, but it's ridiculously intimidating. Like I'm not
It
messing
is.
with you. Like do what you kick my ass, please, please. Uh,
Everybody, like, I don't see too many people beating him. And then look at Killmonger. Like, he has none of that sort of, like, he doesn't have a suit. He's wearing, like, tribal clothes. Like, he's more in tune with his roots. And so I'm wondering, like, I know we haven't gotten there yet, but it'll be interesting to see how those two interact with one another and whatever, and to learn what Killmonger's background is and if that's informing how he's
mm,
dressed, or if he's dressed that way because he's maybe been in exile. And does he have powers? Like, does he have his own Black Panther suit under this coat? It'll be interesting to see. Also, Ultimate Black Panther is ongoing. It's not, I thought it was just 5 issues.
no, it's ongoing.
I hope they just stick with this one. I don't need the other one.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Like we could tackle this topic a little bit. Like, the hype for this book, it was up there with Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Black Panther sold out even before it came out. Like it was already in second printing, which is amazing for Black Panther. So that means people were behind the vision, people were behind Hill, and I really hope, and I said it in the Black Panther video I put out, I would love for us to have this Black Panther title and the mainline Black Panther title. I want that same level of hype. Like I think we can live in a world where this book is firing off on all cylinders, and when Marvel finally gets their shit together with T'Challa in the main 616, that book is firing off on all cylinders. I want to see both because I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
I don't know. I'm very scared. I feel like I'm kind of tired of seeing people come in to read the main Black Panther because, like, I'll go on League of Comic Geeks and I'll see people say, "Oh, this is my first time picking up Black Panther," and I'm like, they have all these new people coming in every time they reboot it, but they
Mm,
can't keep them. Like for some reason, we're unable to keep readers. Even when Ta-Nehisi Coates was writing it, people complained about it. So I'm like, I don't know what could satisfy everyone enough to get thousands and thousands of readers the way you get with the other main guys. So I hope this one builds more faith with readers.
Mhm.
And then maybe, like, I don't know how this can work for the main title unless Brian Hill writes that one too.
I'll go a step further. I mean, Bryan don't even have to write the mainline one. I don't even care if it's a black man that writes the main one at this
I
point.
don't
Like,
either.
why not? Because I think
I don't
it's a
either.
lot of it has to do with the creator. A lot of it has to do with it. So I think Bryan Hill is one of the very few black creators where people see his name, they're gonna give it a try. Because I think Marvel needs to start dipping into the A-listers to start writing some of these black characters. Because I think, no disrespect to Eve, Eve was in a very difficult spot. No, she wasn't as big of a name as Hill. She had to clean up Ridley stuff, and that didn't make for a long-standing run. But I think, hey, you know what? Let's dip into some other. Let's dip into a different pool. I'm super thankful for Hill. I think if not for Ultimate Black Panther, I think the Black Panther name would be in a bad spot right now. Yes, this is an alternate universe, but it's good that at least there's a section for Black Panther fans to at least be happy again. And I really appreciate that.
We deserve it. It's been a long road. Like, I genuinely look forward to the next issue, and I don't have this fear that I'm going to be let down. I think he's really just going to continue the story, and we get to learn more about the spiritual side of this ultimate version of Wakanda. We get to see what's going on with Killmonger. Um, we'll understand why Moon Knight is doing this, isn't it? He's just trying to get that land.
Yeah, it seems like this is more like a territorial thing, or more like also a political thing as well.
Also, the Wind Rider, is that Storm? Is that supposed to be Storm?
I think the Wind Rider is. Hold on. No, oh yeah. Oh shoot, yo! This entire time, I thought that panel was just like thunder, but I think it's Storm.
I mean,
It
it's
has to be.
mutated.
Like it's in the shape of a woman. It seems like it looks like Storm has always had like long hair, but it just looks like it's being powered by thunder. Oh, that's definitely Storm. It has to be.
Yeah, even what they said, your gods and hidden kingdoms will not protect you. Well, I don't know because I still consider Storm kind of a god. But it says, but Killmonger and the Wind Rider will. So, dang, what kind of alliance does Storm and Killmonger have? That's
See,
interesting.
see, that's the fun of the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
they're not connected. So, ooh, does T'Challa know her? Like, what's going on?
what if that's the Kia?
Nakia, so Nakia is the one with the wind riding powers instead of Storm. What if they end up on opposing sides and they fight and it's like Nakia versus Storm? That would be crazy. I have a question.
What's up?
Does T'Challa's father die
I think he's dead.
at the end?
I'm yeah, his body burning. He dead.
Now, how
That,
did
that
that happen? Because
it
I
was a
see there's this lady, she has she's like a suicide bomber. And then it looks like the dad is who pushes T'Challa off this throne, this like hovering throne. Because like his dad was seated on the
Mhm.
throne, I think. And he goes, "You are my legacy." And then this lady, she reveals like that she's a suicide bomber, and it looks like somebody pushes T'Challa off the side of this thing. Or
No,
maybe
he's
I'm reading
he's
this
dead.
wrong.
No, that's T'Challa's dad because I'm looking at it now, right? He's sitting on what looks like a throne, and then the couple panels later, when Homegirl takes off and shows the bombs, he's off of the throne and he pushes T'Challa, and
And then
then
it blows
boom,
up.
yes, and then
So he died.
yeah, then the page after that, like they show a burning body and it's his dad. Yeah, because I'm looking at it closely. Yeah, because if you zoom in, you can see like the beard. Yeah, it's definitely him. He's dead.
Oh, this is traumatic.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh, this is really sad. And
Yeah,
that's why he's like, okay, yeah, we're at war now. I'll be
yeah,
rereading this before I go to bed.
yeah. It's really good. And there's one person before we go. We didn't even talk about really Shuri. I like this Shuri.
Yeah, she was really different than what I expected. I didn't know how to feel about her. She was like immediately ready to go to war. But she had a point because she's like, while you try to investigate, people are gonna die.
Honestly, it kind of reminded me of Black Panther 2 Shuri a little bit. I think she was down to throw down. If it seems like I could be wrong because it's been a while since I've seen the movie, but it kind of reminded me of that, but just a little bit more amplified here. But I like this Shuri. She's I don't want to say unhinged, but she has a sharpness to her.
She
She don't,
does.
and it seems like she's being I don't want to use the word manipulated, but she got somebody in her ear that's telling her, "Yo, you know, your brother kind of tripping. Look at everything that you're doing here with all this technology. Like, wouldn't you like to use it?" I liked it. I really do.
I wonder who that person could be. I wonder where, I wonder if they have different mothers in this universe. It would be dope if they had like other siblings or relatives to, because like, can you imagine this terrorist attack and then other people being like, okay, he doesn't deserve to be king as a result of letting this happen. I mean, like just the internal conflict T'Challa's experiencing, and then like multiple threats on the outside. Threats from his family, threats from foreign entities. The fact that they're still a hidden nation. Are they a hidden nation? I think he said that. So the larger world doesn't know about Wakanda, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna find out after this. Like, how
Yep.
can you hide a whole war? This is insane. So either way, it's exciting and it's a good way to hold me over because I'm not even excited about the next Black Panther movie.
Yeah. I think that's gonna be a long ways away. I think the next run, the actual mainline run, is gonna be a while as well. So this is a good this is good to hold us over. Like the writing is stellar, the art is immaculate, and I think we're in a good spot. Like I said, if it wasn't for this, the Black Panther name would be tarnished, tarnished 100%. And again, I'm saying that very loosely. I want to reiterate: I do not hate. I know what it was trying to do, and unfortunately, it just had a lot playing against it. Even with her run, the Black Panther name, also considering all the recast T'Challa stuff, the Black Panther name is not was not in a good spot right now. This is the one thing that's kind of carrying it until the movies can get their shit together and the mainline comics can get their shit together.
Yep, it's all we have.
I'm excited. I'm here for issue 2. I already subscribed. So if you guys did not get your hands on a first print, it's tough. Don't know what to tell you. Let me show off a little bit. That's what I did last time. You know, it's tough. It's looking tough for you. Look at this. This is
Not
beautiful.
mine. I mean,
Ooh.
they can get it on
Mm.
uh eBay for $40.
I think it's worth it, honestly. But again, if you guys haven't picked up Ultimate Black Panther, please go pick it up. I'm sure you can find yourself in a decently priced issue. Uh, but again, the second print is already on its way out, so please subscribe. And again, we said this when the last time when me and Mark were talking about Ultimate Spider-Man. If you do not want to be asked out with first prints, if you want to secure your first print, it is as easy as going to the comic book shop and saying, "Yo, I want this comic book. Can you put it in my pull list?" The comic book shop's job is to order that copy for you and to put it aside for you. So when I'm pretty sure Psy and everybody else that knows what they're doing saw that issues were selling out. It's already in second printing. We don't got to worry about that. Our copies are already secure. You will always get first print if you subscribe. If you don't, then you have to wait for the second print, and that's a whole other headache in itself. So again, guys, if you want to see more of these comic books, please subscribe. That's how you let your comic book shops know to order more. That's how you let Marvel and DC know, hey, we want more of this character, we want more of this creator, we want more of these stories. So don't cheat yourself. All right. Look at this. This looks like wealth. This smells like wealth.
It's
I don't know if the
amazing.
second print's gonna look and smell the same. So don't cheat yourself.
I'm getting both.
Are you getting both prints?
Yeah, so I want there's another cover for the first printing, a variant that I want, and then I just requested number 2, the number 1's second printing, the cover with oh no, I'm lying. That's number 3.
Oh,
There's this interesting looking person on the cover with a Black Panther like face mask. It looks like a woman, I think. It's the Boss Logic special variant
oh, Boss Lodge, you did a cover. Whoa, 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 whoa,
for
whoa.
number 3. Yep,
Hold on, hold on. Oh
maybe
dear
it's
God.
Shuri. They have a hammer.
Oh, that is clean. Time out. Yo. Woo, that is clean. Yeah, I might dish out for that one. I might. Yeah.
I think it's Shuri.
Looks like my wallet will bleed very soon. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it's only $5.
Yeah, not bad.
And then there's all the Storm covers.
Once again, do yourselves a favor. Go pick up Ultimate Black Panther issue 1, and don't cheat yourselves. And again, this is the book that's holding the Black Panther name together right now. So we got a lot of work to do with the movies. We got a lot of work to do with the mainline comic books. So this is it. Go pick it up. It looks great. It reads great. And Brian Hill has a banger. He has a banger on his hands right now. He already got a banger in his hands with Blade, but this is his second banger, and I'm excited to see where this story goes. But I know it's getting late. I know Sai has to go to sleep. So I just want to say thank you, Sai, for once again, hopping on and talking comics with your boy.
No
Appreciate you.
problem.
And I'll give you a second. Plug your socials. Go right ahead.
I'm still Fly on Twitter. That's really where I'm most active. Come by and say hi.
All right, all right. You guys can follow me on Twitter as well. I'm just posting thoughts on comic books, booze, pretty feet. Y'all know the vibes. And then y'all could also, once again, follow the channel or subscribe to the channel. We are at 687 subs, very close to 700. So yeah, thank you guys for all the support, and once again, thank you for all the support you guys have showed the recent Black Panther video. 965 views. This shit's about to hit 1K, which is crazy. But hey, I appreciate the love. Thank you for the support. Please go show Sai some love, and I'll see you guys very soon. It's your boy Roliver Queen and Sai. Much love, much peace. We are out.